Hello. I want to walk you through how to make chair pouches that I'm working on to donate to a third grade classroom. This is the chair pouch the one that's already been made. This pocket fits over the back of the chair and then leaves a pocket here to put laptops so that the kids can easily and very quickly put their laptops away when they're not in use in the classroom. So the pattern that I've come up with that is to start with a piece of fabric cut to 16 inches by 32 inches. I have them two pieces actually already cut here. The way that I've done that is I've taken newspaper and I've kind of taped it together to get it to that size, to be the full 16.5 inches by 32 inches. So that's my pattern piece. The pieces I've sent out to the students that are helping me with this project are already cut, but if you wanted to do it yourself, that's how we would do it. Now, some of the pieces that I've done are some of the chair pouches that I'm making are with two pieces. So this one I've got two different fabrics that you put the wrong sides together. You see, this is the dull side, this is the pretty side. They stay on the outside. Same with this one. You can see the difference. This one's a little harder to see, but and lay them right sides out. You want to iron the fabrics to make sure they're laying nice and close together. Let me show you real quick before I go any further. This is a chair pouch made with the material that we chose that was sturdy enough that we felt could only be done with was fine to be done with one layer. So there's no right and wrong side to this fabric. So there's the chair pouch that goes on the back of the chair, and then there's the pouch for the laptop. All right, so that takes us through the instructions that I put together of step 1 and 2. So now the first step is to hem both sides on the short side. So this side is going to have a hem and this side. Now because we're folding the fabric one this way and one the other way to make the pouch and the part that goes on the chair, you're going to hem it in two different directions. So this one's going to hem this way, and over on this side you're going to hem it back that way. I'm not sure you can see that in the video yet, but I'll show it in more detail. In order to get a nice clean hem across here, we're going to iron it. So I'm going to bring my ironing board up here. And I'll bring the fabric here. So I've got the short side. And now the way that I've described it in here is to do about a 1/4 inch turn, and I'm going to use this kind of a roller. I'm not sure what these are called, but anyway, you can set this little guide to a 1/4 inch, and then as you're folding the fabric, you can kind of hold it there to make sure you're doing it at about that. It doesn't have to be exact, but you want to get it close. So I'll bring my iron up here. And I'll start on one side, and it's going to be a tiny little fold. And then once you get a feel for what a 1/4 inch looks like, you can just kind of fold it as you go. One thing I want to make note of, if you have the that cream colored material where you're just doing the one piece, that is a polyester, I believe, and it is sensitive to heat. So right now this is a cotton, I'm using a high heat setting. On that, you cannot use it at full heat, but I've got different settings on my iron, and polyester is one of them. And that's about halfway on this scale, so please check that. And the best thing to do is to set your iron where you think it should be, and then test it on a small piece of fabric or on a corner or something, and see if it melts it. Okay, so I've got one fold. Now the second one is going to be, the second fold is 3/8 inch. It's just a little bit bigger. So we'll fold that over and start folding and iron it down like that. Go across it one more time. And use pins to secure it. So I'm just going to put the pin in. Ooh, and it is still hot. Maybe 5 or so. one more over here. There we go. So that should hold it pretty good so that we can sew it. And then you're going to do the other side, and remember, if you just flip it over like this and do your hem, you're doing it the wrong way because we need it to be in the opposite direction. So make sure you flip it over. And just think, if your fabric's different, like mine is, just know that they're supposed to look different. You want the opposite fabric up. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on the other side with, whoops, no, I did not change. A little bit smaller. Do a very small fold on this side, and then we're going to do it a little bit bigger, the second fold. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, then I changed to 3/8 of an inch. Fold it over again and iron. Oh, it is hot. And go over it one more time. And then add the straight pins. Okay.